Yo! Welcome back to the channel, and today we're talking about Deserted Valley, but not just the map itself. We're talking what your favorite landing spot says about you as a Bloodstrike player. If you land at Wastewater, you don't want an actual early fight, you just want to play it smart. Wastewater Plant always has at least 2 squads dropping at the POI, as long as the plane flies close to the POI. This benefits the more average players, because this allows them to take fights at the rate they want. And players who land here know that, and they use it to their advantage every time. Lumbermill mains. Y'all are the low-key geniuses of Deserted Valley. You don't follow the crowd, you don't drop hot for TikTok clips. You drop where the loot's consistent, the enemies are manageable, and the fights are fair. Lumbermill has just enough buildings to gear up quick, but not so many that you get third-partied every 20 seconds. You know the height advantages and the back exit routes if things get messy. You're not in the game for chaos. You're in it to win. You rotate early, hold good angles. Your friends might call you boring, but guess who they're begging to buy them back when the squad wipes at Sakura Valley? Yeah, that's you. Air Force Base isn't for bots, but it's not full chaos either. It's the semi-hot drop special. Just enough action to warm up your aim, but not so much that you're wiped before your ping even loads in. If this is your go-to landing spot, you're a calculated fighter. You don't drop in blind, you drop with a plan. That plan is to win. Energy Station. Personally, I've never seen people actively try to drop at Energy Station, even though it often has pretty good loot. If there's anyone watching the video that regularly drop at Energy Station, are you a more laid-back player, or do you take an aggressive approach when it comes to fighting? Cliff Town. Often empty because everyone's trying to drop early at military base. But for the few players who do go there know how much advantages you get from being able to get a loadout early game, then rushing over to military base to get some third-party kills. It's an underrated spot that a lot of people don't even pay attention to. Missile Basement. If you land Missile Basement, you are not okay. One of the most popular areas in Deserted Valley. The choke points and high ground advantages in this place is just pure torture. People who drop here love to fight for loot. Since lately, Missile Base has just been dead, but back when there was no Shutter Island, this POI was hectic and full of carnage. Sentry Camp. Players who land here never have good loot. The POI is so small, and the loot is so small, I doubt that has enough money to buy 2 loadouts. Solar Tower. Solar Tower mains are either the best sniper on the squad, or the guy who misses 7 shots and says, "They were moving weird." Solar Tower is one of the best POI for a sniper player to land. But if you're a regular player, this is one of the worst places to pass through. The sniper players in this POI will have you run in a circle trying to not get hit. Port. The port looks like it would be such a good hot drop, but because it's always far from the plane's path, I never see players go there. I truly believe this is a great PO, when you actually have people to play against. Checkpoint. People who land at Checkpoint are just there for a quick loot and run. This spot isn't for staying around. Just like how your ex treated you, that's how everyone treats this POI. Just hit and run, no one stays for round 2. Abandoned Camp. Camp gets treated just like Checkpoint people only walk through, no one really lands here. Sakura Valley. This is Deserted Valley's unofficial hot drop, and it's packed with ego, chaos, and content chasers. If you call Sakura your main landing spot, you don't want balance. You don't want strategy. You want straight violence with cherry blossoms in the background. You're the type who sprints into a 1 versus 4 with a gray pistol, slides around like you're on controller and somehow wins. And if you don't, you blame it on packet loss and queue again immediately. Let's be honest. Nobody lands Sakura casually. You're either A cracked-out player with something to prove, a TikToker farming clips, or someone who thinks they're cracked, but lands, dies, and blames your teammates for not following your drop ping. You live for the early duels, the early game third parties. And when you squad wipe off spawn, you spam ease in all chat, even if you were the last one alive. But hey, respect where it's due. Sakura Valley mains are bold. You risk it all for the high kill start. And when it works, it's clip-worthy. You're the heartbeat of the early lobby. And when you're gone, the whole map breathes a sigh of relief. Swampy area. Like, genuinely. It takes a special kind of bravery to drop somewhere with low loot and third-party potential from both sides of the map. Let's be real. Personally, I wouldn't even look at Swampy if observation deck is nearby. That place has eyes, snipers, parachutes flying in from heaven. Meanwhile, you're down here with a white SMG and white armor. You're basically asking to be put on a t-shirt. If observation deck is your go-to landing spot, one thing's clear. You don't just want to win. You want to control the entire lobby. This place is high up, high risk. You probably land here with your full squad, call dibs on every person you see, and immediately say, "Hold high. We don't rotate yet." And God forbid someone tries to climb up. They get lasered mid-zip with no chance to even say help. You don't fight fair, you fight smart. You love holding zone early, pinging enemy movement 300 meters out, and gatekeeping like your life depends on it. But here's the secret. Most players won't say out loud. Once the zone pulls away from observation deck, panic. Utter panic. You suddenly have to leave your precious castle and face the real world. And now, all that power disappears. Bridge. Also, a part of the groupie said, no one really tries to land here. You just end up here, then move on. People who drop at Satellite Base, Trade Zone, and Rocket Base are pretty much the same. You're here for money moves. This isn't just a game, it's a business trip. You land, hit contracts, open crates, and ping the buy station before your feet even hit the ground. You're always the first one with UAVs, loadouts, the team's walking shop. You're probably not the loudest in the squad. But without you, they're broke, blind, and without your money, they would be back in the lobby. For watching this video to the end, I have a surprise for you. I'll be selecting a random person from the comment section to win a free striker pass. So drop your game ID and username in the comments. The winner will be selected on July the 26th.